You're the man.
No, I can't hold up the tides either. I pledge
allegiance to the flag
of
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Have a brief meeting. Lori,
Yes, John. Shut doors here.
I'd like to say thank you. Yes, you. I have spent many years complaining that we aren't getting minutes in a timely fashion. So here we are at my last meeting, a meeting where, in addition to our regular meetings, we had 2 special meetings. Plus we were a month behind. And I don't know how you did it.
I don't have them all though, Don. The May 18th, they're done, but they're not, I haven't put the final touches on them, so.
But you did the 2 special meetings, you did the 2 previous meetings. So thank you
You're welcome, Don.
for being up to date. And I hope that Bill keeps you on your toes on the minutes. Because at my age, I can't remember what happened. So, does anybody have any changes they'd like to see in the 5 sets of minutes that we do have?
Not I.
Yeah.
We get a motion to approve all of the 5 minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
God, we almost have a quorum. We do have a quorum of the original board of the Village of Sagaponic. And the one absentee is could not make it. So correspondence, we have this action alert on the proposal for a water main going through the green belt. Dave seems to have been extremely active in this and is rallying people to prevent it. We have no old business. We have.
Did you not do the Southampton Town Police Department
Oh,
monthly report, Don?
Yes, I forgot. We held that over because of yours.
We
Yeah.
missed you last week.
Thank you, I was recuperating. It hasn't changed much since last month, although the alarm burglaries are down a little bit. From 20 to 16.
That generally happens when people are here.
Yeah, and traffic stops are up big time from 54 to 68. And that's about it.
Okay. Woody, you are still
I
trying
am
to.
still
arrange-
trying to arrange a meeting. Yep. Not getting much cooperation there. They are training the new part-time officers this month. So or May into June. So hopefully they will start putting them on the schedule. Right now, most of the shifts are being filled by full-time officers.
I think you're better off with the part-time.
I agree, because they're more dedicated to the village.
I think so. I agree.
Yeah,
And they like what they're doing.
yes,
Mhm.
yes.
So we have. Are these all new for you, Carrie?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with them?
A tad. The Lefkowitz Summer Party, which is to be on July 2nd. 285 Parsonage Lane from 1 to 7. I guess they've had it before, Brody.
Yes, they have.
And they will be having valet parking by Herman Lamson. They expect 160 people, 17 to work the event, so 180. There will be music. And one is 40 by 60 tent. They will not be requiring portable bathrooms. And there's going to be a generator.
They're having how many people?
180 trips into their house.
Maybe they have your requisite 10 bathrooms.
Whoa. Well, they're brave to assume they don't need,
Or bathroom in the pool house or.
yeah, but still, 180 people might use the bathroom.
Um, And this is,
And just to clarify, usually with this one and then the second one, not second, but the third one, our code says if you're having a family event, you don't need to get a permit. However, I think our code is referring to a small family event. When they get into this larger numbers and music, I require them to pull a permit.
they're going to be parking where on
This one is.
Parsonage?
It didn't
Oh,
say.
yeah, he's got that wonderful map. Yeah, keep going, except that list.
There's a lot of Lefkowitz information.
Yes. Well, it's also when they printed it out. Sure. And it flows.
Is it not done yet?
Yep.
There it is. Last one.
Yep. They have notified the neighbors, so their parsonage, is that what it's called?
Private driveway,
Right.
parking for guest vehicles. Parsonage Lane,
Right,
and then all of the parking will be on the roadway
in front of the vacant fields.
in front of vacant fields as to not to interfere with neighboring. Do they know to just park on one side of the road?
Right, so what I do is I work with the parking attendants or
Herman
the
Lamson?
Herm Lamson himself will come in and I'll go out there with him and tell him where he can and cannot park. I ask, please don't park in front of people's houses. If they can park in front of the field, it's less disruptive to the neighborhood. We don't like the people also to traverse too many roadways for safety hazards, but
Is there a house across the street from here?
I'm not sure on this one, to be honest with you.
What is this?
Scott.
Oh, that's not a road, it's just a
That's the private
driveway.
driveway, so you're gonna park up on the private driveway
Okay.
and then you'll continue down Parsonage.
Okay. The next.
Yes, do we want to pose a motion to accept
So
this?
we don't meet again before July
Okay.
22nd.
So
All in favor?
We need a second on
Oh,
that.
I'll second it.
all in favor? The next one is a new one. I have a question about it. It says that it projects the proceeds as being $4,000.
Well, it says they're gonna donate 4,000 to,
Where does the other 50 go?
it must go to the overhead. I mean, I don't know, Don.
If you multiply 385 by 200, you get $67,000. And all this is going to generate is $4,000.
Is this new? I thought
Yes.
we've had this before.
We did that, we had this event last year. This event was held last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it was.
Outstanding in the field farm
Yes,
dinner.
This is the second year of this. That's correct.
It just would appear that it's a very small amount goes to the charity of the tape. Unless that's a typo, unless it should be 40,000.
No, I don't think so.
Did she put something out originally?
No, that would be on the front page there.
Okay, so well, it's September 4th and 5th from 3 to 8 p.m. Celebrating, celebration of local farmers and producers through farm tour and farm to table dinner. Benefactor of the event is Share the Harvest. Admission fee $5. Percentage of proceeds to benefactor $4,000. They are expecting 225 people, 200 max, 25 to work it. Size of the property, 150 acres.
Well, that's at the Foster's.
It's-
Oh, Lee, didn't see you behind that podium. Then perhaps Lee could answer the question.
Well, actually, I have a question in light of benefactor, absolutely. I think that's the organization that runs the not-for-profit in East Hampton, I think, am I correct? And they've been
All the proceeds,
Yeah, right.
all the-
But otherwise, it's a dynamic dinner. They have the chefs from, trying to think, I think almond. So it's a matter of running a business with a certain portion going to a beneficiary.
They
That's
do
about the
these,
only thing that I can tell you.
they do these across the country, right?
Oh, yeah.
Lee? Yeah.
So there will be 6 10 by 10 pop-up tents, no music, no valet. Oh, well, wait a minute. What's the story on the valet? I'm not sure I'm understanding it.
Park in front of the fence.
Outstanding in the field, I mean, they're doing their own parking.
Okay,
In-house parking
yeah,
management.
no valet.
Right, correct.
Around 75 vehicles. Yes, on the porta potties, 5-unit luxury restroom trailer on the property. Drop off on the 4th, service 5th, and picked up on the 6th. No sound, no music, no lighting. Signs will be property entrance 2, saying it's the farm dinner, and 1 small generator used with the rest of the trailer. Any questions?
No, and we didn't have any problems previously either, so.
Yeah. So I make a motion that we accept the outstanding in the field farm dinner.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next.
There's an engagement party on July 3rd from 6 to 11, celebrating your daughter's engagement. And there'll be 140 to 170 people. A tent for the party, cocktails, dinner, and dancing. Vehicles expected 40 to 50. There will be a valet company, and that is, they don't say who that is. Oh, yes, they do. I think it's Charlie Bartle. I'll double check that. Brody.
Yes.
The valet, I mean, yeah. Valet for,
Grant party?
yeah, the engagement party is that Charlie?
Yes, it is. Mhm. And as I put in my email this morning when I sent you this, because I just got it this morning, I will work with him for that
Okay.
parking plan. He's proposing to park on the side of the road on Hedges Lane, so we'll check it out.
Did you give us a,
Matt, no, we literally just
yeah,
got this
okay.
over the counter this morning, so.
And there'll be 1 portable unit with 2 bathrooms in the driveway. There'll be a DJ, music, lanterns, and bistro lighting. A 188 by 44 tent and 1 small 20 by 30 kitchen tent. 2 small generators. Silver Spoon is the caterer. Any questions?
We could probably approve it pending that Rhodey, because it just came in this morning, straightens out the parking.
Right.
Couldn't we say it that way?
It is, yeah, I'm not sure, I never know where houses are. How far down is this?
By Old Barn Lane, it's right before Old Barn Lane on the same side of
Is
the
this a
street.
flag
with the
lot or
chickens,
is it
a
just-
flag lot,
It's a flag lot. How far back?
one, so there's one driveway and it's the next house.
So it's west of Old Barn Lane?
It's west of Old Barn Lane.
I'm gonna try and drive into it.
It's, I don't know if I haven't been there, but it's a, you know, big enough property to have a tennis court. But I don't know.
No, I'm just wondering if people drive, if it's a flag lot and people are driving down. How,
How does that work with the traffic coming and going?
yeah,
Yeah, so this is-
Usually with something like that, they
the
will
valets
not.
will
Yeah, exactly.
catch them
Valets,
and
exactly.
make them walk.
Or put them with little golf carts and bring them down, depending on how long the driveway is.
So I should make a motion
I'll second it.
as Rhodey will look into the parking situation to accept the engagement party on July 3rd. We're all in favor.
I second it.
Okay.
Is that the third one?
I
mean, the fourth one.
Does anybody have anything? Any questions they want to make on the financials? So then we'll go over to the warrants then. It's a warrant to the general fund, $34,428.54.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have an expenditure from the tree fund for $3,440. And I get a motion to approve that.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we move on to board committee reports. Lisa,
There's been no meetings by zoning or architecture this past week since my report last week, and this, no, 2 weeks. On Monday, the 27th, I think, is the architecture meeting.
Yes.
So it's almost 2 weeks away at 12 noon. And there are no special architecture meetings currently scheduled for steps.
am I correct to assume there's been no submissions from the general store?
You are correct.
Yeah.
Forgetting.
And
I don't know. You haven't heard anything, have you, Rich?
okay, Carrie,
Yes,
do you have anything?
nothing
On your
further,
end.
nothing further, no.
Bill?
No report?
Carol?
Just the email that we got from John Halsey about the continuing effort to clean up Sag Pond. So that was interesting to hear what they're doing at the licensed property and besides that, nothing.
Okay. Our next meeting date is one planning work session on Wednesday, July 13th. I'd like to make brief remarks.
What's so quickly done?
But first,
Oh, vouchers.
we have to sign vouchers or else no one gets paid.
That's right.
Which is a good thing.
Here's that other sheet.
Thank you.
Well, it was a slim.
Yeah.
We have the- Don't we all have to sign some?
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
I'm
waiting
looking
for.
yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, dear.
Okay, well, that's done.
Okay. Sure.
Would you like to do the honor, Lisa?
This is a proclamation of appreciation. Whereas the village of Sagaponic was incorporated in September of 2005 due to the foresight and vision of Sagaponic residents such as Donald H. Lockheim to see the advantage and the needs of Sagaponic. And whereas Donald H. Lockheim was elected one of the 5 original trustees of the village of Sagaponic in December of 2005 and in March of 2008 as mayor. And whereas through his fiscal savvy and leadership has maintained over his 14 years as mayor, a flat or a reduced tax rate while still providing needed service to the residents of Sagaponic. Whereas throughout his tenure, Donald H. Lockheim has embarked on a commitment to preserve land, historic buildings, and quality of life for the residents of Sagaponic by working cooperatively with the town of Southampton and Peconic Land Trust to preserve landmarks such as Sag Bridge and open vistas that make Sagaponic unique. And whereas Donald H. Lockheim, even to the very last days of his last term, he is still working to preserve the character of Sagaponic with the preservation of the Sagaponic store and post office building. And whereas the departure of Donald H. Lockheim from the village board will deprive his friends and colleagues on the board of his wise counsel, detailed insight, dry wit, and informed skepticism. Where now, therefore, be it resolved that the village hall door is always open to Donald H. Lockheim, and be it further resolved that we, the Board of Trustees of the Village of Sagaponack, on behalf of the citizens of Sagaponack, do hereby extend our heartfelt appreciation and thanks to Donald H. Lockheim for dedicating years of service to the Sagaponack community. Just.
Get what they all look like. Here's some
Oh.
pictures of all the families. You notice I have one blank one. I need a picture of all you guys before we depart here today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm embarrassed.
Hey, we did our job.
But he was resigned when I saw that email you sent out.
Whoops, sorry,
This
Don.
is going to be a long day.
I think that was appropriate to make you nervous in advance. She said it was an accident, and he found out.
Well, it didn't have any time in it, so I was
Because I assumed
hoping,
everybody knew 3 o'clock was the meeting.
at any rate, thank you. 14 years is a long time, but it really doesn't seem that long. It seems just like a few days ago that we were all sitting over in John White's little insurance house.
It was crowded in there.
And trying to hammer out a zoning ordinance and do all the other things that we unexpectedly had to do because we didn't think the village was going to be approved so swiftly. At any rate, we caught up, and I think, and here we are. And for me, it has been a great pleasure and a privilege to have served as mayor. If it hadn't been fun, I wouldn't have done it for so long. And but I'm happy not to pass the gavel because he already has it.
Take your own home.
But now I've got mine, and when we officially end this meeting, I will gavel us into submission. I think we've accomplished a lot in the last 14 years. I won't do a litany of it. I do think one of my proudest achievements is this building. Can you imagine today if we had to try and find a place for a village hall
And
inside
pay
the
for
park? Well,
I mean, to purchase the property and the. Whoa.
And so we were really fortunate to be able to get this, thanks to Peter Wilson, the architect, also to John Woodsman, who helped craft it. And as you know, most of the cabinetry in here is recycled kitchen cabinets from the original kitchen that was in this building. And what we wanted when we bought it and had it remodeled was to have a village hall that expressed the character of Sagaponack and what our aspirations were for it. And frankly, the building reeks of Sagaponack. And we were so lucky to get it, and it served us well. And I think with this new addition that we put on, which by the way was not to make a bigger meeting room, but was designed to have storage space that's fireproof. I'm sure that it will serve us for as long as we need. And I'm very proud of that. But there have been a lot of accomplishments, but they are not mine. This has been a team effort from the very start. And I'd like to give thanks first to the village staff and you, Rhodey. We have created a very modern, responsive, efficient government that I think satisfies and even goes somewhat beyond the daily needs of our residents and their representatives. And the support that all of you, and dedication and commitment that all of you have given to this village is been really, I couldn't have done without it.
You made her cry.
Secondly, I'd like to thank our consultants. Richard, you've been with us from the very beginning. You're the last of the big three. Tony retired this year, though he's still participating when we need him. Drew Bennett was invaluable, and I miss him every day. It's a great loss to the village not to have him working for us. But Brian is new. I'm sure that he will provide as much support as you need, Bill, if you're elected. And third, I'd like to thank my colleagues, particularly on the village board, three of whom are here, and who bailed out earlier. But Bill's coming back for seconds, and I really wish him well. I'm confident that the village will be in great hands. I'd also like to thank our other colleagues, the members of our two land use boards, many of whom have served since the start of the village and are still there. And like all of us, they're volunteers. They devote many hours for many years, and they perform really the most vital role in the protection of the character, the appearance, and the assets of what makes Sagaponic. And they've been very effective in doing their jobs, and more as we get totally built out, they are going to be really the guardians at the gate. The village will have virtually nothing left to do, the village board, in terms of land use, other than passing amendments to laws. But in terms of what is happening on the ground, it's going to be these other two boards that are going to determine what we look like 20 years from now. With that, all I can say is thanks to all of you for your support, your input, your suggestions, and for your tolerance. With that, I'd like to get a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second?
All in favor?
There we go. I've wanted this for years.
Adjourn.
It says, Mayor
Oh.
Donovan, and in the years.
Oh, yeah.
I will pass it around.
Okay, now I need a picture of you guys, so. Oh, you could stand up so I can get a. Come on, I have to finish this.
All right. I'm gonna have to close up.
Are you okay?
You need something to clean on?
No, I'm good.
Or just
Wait, wait.
Could you shift this way because I'm not centered?
We really need you in the picture too, Brody.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
good,
the timer.
good.
Right.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. It's not uneven, Brody. I mean, get Bill to go around the other side and Carrie can be on the, I mean, look at that.
All right,
It's a
now-
melody.
You guys.
Even it up.
I don't know. This is not a good thing for me.
Sure.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
No,
we got her.
I can't get them on there. Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's on Zoom. Unzoom it.
How do I do that?
Open it up.
You want me to?
Yes, whoever said that, yes.
Try to get this seal.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you. Yes, but I made it.
One, two. One more. Got it.
Thank you.
You want that? Great, Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there's refreshments being served on the patio.
We're gonna have, yeah. You're gonna add it.
All right.
Now, I don't have
If
any
you don't
chairs
want
out
to-
there,
No. Do you want any suggesting you make her and I just get it for you like she just got it? You're that way, sure, yes. Our heart goes out for you.
Well, I mean, it's a year. I love the area.
Right now, I present. Did you guys airdrop the photo?